Hey everybody, my name is Silly Billy, you can call me Billy, yada 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 yada. I need to vent to you for a second. This video is completely improvised, fully. I just thought of this video 10 seconds ago. We're just gonna roll with it, we're gonna see where it goes. We have 4 people left in Disventure Camp. Who is going to win? I need to vent to you about this, because it does me a lot of joy to see that everybody thinks to agree Gret should have won. That's a good thing, we're all on the same wavelength. It does me even gooder to see that people are done with Rhea. There's little Rhea fans left, which is chef's kiss, beautiful. However, I have a question. Who is going to take the win right now? Who do we have left to actually make for a satisfying winner? I want to quickly analyze a couple of these characters. This is not going to be a long video at all, but I want to quickly get some of my thoughts out and maybe get a prediction for the final 4 elimination order, as well as the winner for this season. Starting with my most likely pick for the win, still Jake. Jake has been such an interesting character throughout this season, and I don't necessarily mean that in a good way, but he's on the top half of this cast left. That doesn't say a whole lot, but he's there. Fine. Jake, at the beginning of this season, I wish nothing more would get eliminated quickly. All of the drama stemming from the early Disventure Camp All-Stars episodes centered around Jake being irrational, being foolish, being emotional, and being plain dumb. James' elimination, the first elimination we ever got, was the direct result of him not being able to cope with the fact that Tom and Aiden were hanging out together, and it ended in James' elimination because he got upset, like, what are you insinuating? James is a whole can of worms. We're going to dive into this when I get to the big review at the end of this season. But already there, Jake was annoying in that he couldn't keep his emotional side away from his strategic side. And that has lingered throughout most of the season. And then to balance that out, they gave him Ashley. Literally gave him Ashley, because what other thing did Ashley do this season than be a therapist for Jake? Ashley was such a plot convenience throughout this season that Jake just needed to bounce off of somebody, and they were like, sure, we can use Ashley for that. They could have used everybody for that. They could have used Aiden for that. They could have used Tess for that. Literally anybody could have filled that role, but they gave it to Ashley because what else was Ashley going to do this season, right? So Jake gets this whole emotional drama arc and gets every episode to shine in what a sad piece of human he is. And he does grow. That's the thing I'll give Jake. He does grow. Throughout these last couple of episodes, Jake has still kind of been annoying in a couple of them, but he's getting better. He is getting better, and I like to see that. I have not been frustrated with Jake for, I think, 3 episodes in a row now. Not majorly, at least. And that's mostly because other people were there to take the frustration away from Jake. But as a result, Jake has been growing and showing a little bit of character development, to the point that he is now actually being the one to therapize. That's not a word, but it's a word now. Therapize Connor. Jake has been the main character throughout all of the season, and I don't expect it to change at the end here. I'll dive into exactly how I think the season will plan out later, but I think it will end with Jake at the top. Going over to what I hope will be the winner of this season, Connor. Still, regardless, Connor has made a lot of mistakes and a lot of oopsies as well, and has had a couple of moments where you think, oh my god, please no more, end this, please. Regardless, Connor is still my favorite pick as a winner. Do I think it's likely? No. Connor is a return character. I don't think they're going to give the return character the win. However, there's this stupid post somewhere on the internet. I believe it was from Jared. I can't find footage of it, so you're just gonna watch part of the episode in the back as I vent here, but I remember there being a quote about the winner is not always the most predictable option and we're going to try to subvert it. Something like that. Not literally that, but that was the basic premise of it. Which leads me to believe Jake is not going to be the winner because that would be the most predictable winner, but also I hope that means to imply Connor is going to be the winner and we are going to have a winning character that is a returning character as well. I hope that's what they mean when they say that you don't need to assume the expected, so to say. Connor has had an interesting arc throughout the season as well. In the beginning of the season, he was pretty good, actually. Then he got eliminated unfairly, pretty soon as well. And it felt like his story wasn't done yet, especially with Rhea, especially with Alec. There was more to be told with Connor. So when he got to return, I was not surprised. I was happy that he did, because it looked like we finally had somebody to specifically come in to take down Rhea. Hallelujah, I will always be thankful for that. But the last couple of episodes for Connor have been flip-flopping so much, man. He's been pathetic, he's been the hero, he's been the pathetic hero, he's been the heroic pathetic person, and now he broke his leg, I believe. And I've seen the trailer. Looks promising, looks funny. I saw the trailer. I think this implies that Connor is going to be hopping on his leg for the remainder of the season. What? First off, how can he keep up with the others? That's impressive. Is Connor like a hopscotch king? Either way, Connor has made some mistakes too as well, but I still kind of hope that he clutches out the victory. And the main reason I do is because of his rivalry with Rhea. Rhea has hit rock bottom. In terms of audience members, she has. She has now made herself public enemy number one, both in universe and outside of the show. Because most of her fans, the people that seem to support her, have now completely lost faith in this character. Which is good, because I've been calling this from season 2 onwards. I was not in the majority then, and I'm so happy that I am right now, because Rhea has been a walking flaw ever since season 2, episode 10, which is, if you don't know the episode by number,
I was acting, Rosa.
But she has hurt Connor in a very bad way. She's hurt him emotionally already. She's hurt him mentally already, but now she's also attacked him physically, and that means in every regard, Connor has the story right to take revenge. I'm not saying Connor's going to break Rhea's legs, although that would be kind of funny if you ask me. What I'm saying is that it makes sense, story-wise, that Connor now takes his revenge out on Rhea. And that means that there has to be a moment where Rhea falls and Connor celebrates over it. I hope that means that Connor takes the win, but it could also mean that he takes down Rhea in the final 4 and that he's just in the finale with Ali and Jake. They all bond together and that we have a semi-heroic all-hero finale. More likely, though, is that he takes down Rhea in the finale, which, yes, means that I think Rhea will make the finale. I will hope so much that I'm wrong on this. I'm probably going to record my reaction to episode 18 tomorrow. So to any leakers who think they're special by revealing the elimination, I've already seen it. And to anybody who doesn't want to get spoiled for the next episode, just don't watch the comment section on this video. So I will still be rooting that Rhea goes home next episode, but I feel like it is unlikely. I think that they're going to save Rhea's downfall for the finale now. And the character that I think is going home in the final 4 is Ali. I don't see a place for Ali in the finale anymore. A finale Ali. Ali finale. Yeah, something like that. Ali is like the reverse of Jake. Of course, they have been in this squabbling battle for a little while now, but Ali is the reverse of Jake in the sense that I really wanted Jake to go home in the beginning of the season, and now not so much anymore. And for Ali, it's the exact opposite, where I loved what they were doing with Ali at the start, and now I wish nothing more for her to go home. And no, this is not because she's an evil queen, and no, it's not because she slays, and she plays strategic, and she does the freaking smirk thing, which every villain does. That's how you know they're a villain, right? Anyway, keep your calm, Billy. Why I don't like Ali is because she is so easily flipped when it comes to the decisions in this game. Ali has been going on the same arc that Rhea has been going on in Season 2, where a couple of villains talk to her, and suddenly she makes this entire personality shift, where she sees the light or something like that, and she goes against the entire values that have been set up from her for the start. For Rhea, that was that she wanted to find a place to fit in, and then she went completely against that by making everybody hate her and lying to herself that that is what she actually wants. And for Ali, it is similar, that she very much cared for what other people think, and now is pretending like she doesn't care what other people think anymore and just wants to play her strategic game, but that is only because people will finally see her in a good light now. But for now, what are my predictions? I think the following is going to happen. Episode 18, Ali goes home. Jake and Ali start to bond more. Connor is already bonding with Jake as well. That means they now form a front against Rhea, and I think Rhea is going to win her final immunity in episode 18, which means that they now have to vote for somebody else. And Ali has played all her allies away. Jake has to now choose if he's going to keep Connor in or if he's going to keep Ali in, and he ultimately decides to still stick with Connor because Connor has been sticking with him throughout most of the season as well, whereas Ali and him have been on this very rocky ground. And I feel like even Jake is going to make a comment about, this is what you get for leaving me to die in the hands of a bear. Something like that. Either way, Ellie goes home in episode 18. Episode 19 will be the return to the motel episode, apparently. I don't know what that is all about, but that sounds fun. I don't expect anything game-wise to happen there. God, could you imagine how funny it would be if we have a last-minute return character? Just James comes back and wins again. After that, to episode 20, the finale commences, and we have Connor, Rhea, and Jake in the finale. Episode 20 is going to end with one of those people dropping out, and I feel like it's Connor. I would love nothing more for it to be Jake or Rhea especially, but I feel like Connor is going to drop out. I feel like Connor is going to make a big sacrifice for Jake, which will totally knock Rhea down off her peg, so that she basically cannot catch up in the second part of the finale, and Jake can. Or Rhea already clutched the first checkpoint. I'm thinking in terms of Redonkulous Race, because I feel like we get a checkpoint in the middle of the finale, and one of the people is dropping out there. Similar to the reboot finale as well. And I feel like either Rhea is going to get there first, or she's going to get there second, and Connor is going to get there after her, but is going to try to do everything he can to, like, sabotage Rhea instead of taking the win himself. Connor has been absolutely brutalized, and he needs to get his revenge on Rhea. That is the only character arc Connor has left. I hope he can do that by just winning from her, but seeing the state of his leg, I don't think it's likely that he will. Or it's just magically healed in the next episode at the end. And then we have a finale between Rhea and Jake, and it looks like Rhea's going to win again, and I'm gonna be real pissed about that, I can tell you already. And then Jake wins, and everybody's happy. That is, I think, what is going to happen. I hope that's what's going to happen. Actually, scratch that. I hope that Connor wins, but I could get behind a Jake victory now. That's my character development this season. I went from hating Jake's guts to accepting that he can take the win, because otherwise Rhea has to do it. But all in all, I am not happy with how the final, let's say, 5 episodes of the season have been going so far, which is such a shame, because All Stars was such a good season from the start and has such a good potential, such a good execution in terms of art style, in terms of voice actors, and I like the people behind the production as well, so it feels bad to rant about these things, but I mean, we gotta be fair, right? Ultimately, the goal is to give criticism so that the show can get the better for it. And boy, do they need to get the criticism to get better for it, because this, I don't think I could take another season of this. Anyway, that was that for this episode. I thank you for watching. This has been a very short, improvised video. Editing all the audio clips together because I was mumbling throughout most of it is going to be fun for my part. Luckily for you, you don't have to witness that. But what you do have to witness is the amazing channel members of the Silly Billy channel that make these videos possible. Thank you so much, Jacobo Stars, Creeper XOX, Arcadia Salvatierra Del Vecchio, Adam Hassan, Lone Wolf 93, Daymania DJ, Kira Batiball, Rosa should have been in DCES. I don't know about that. Riley, Tornado Chris 07, Caramel, Mr. Hongo, Media Films, Ethan, Yulfan Charlie, Gabby #1 fan, Fix Wants Tremely to be in the staff series, That Dude DRJ, Jake and Aiden Lover, Trap, James Be My Sugar Daddy, Top Ranger 237, Mayhem, Ria's the Worst Character, Girls of Corpse, Jessentine, Host Light, Jessa, Nathaniel B72, Hunter's Husband Tyler, Madison, The Name is Tubby, Noah Hates Rhea, Jello, Star Wars Stimpin, Puppy Chan, 90, Just Dex, Jericho Forest, Gabby Was Robbed Twice, Rift, Neil DP, and Javi Koopa. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to become a member yourself, for only $2, you can get all the advantages that other tiers also get, including shoutouts, member badges, emotes, and of course, early access to all the videos that I make. For now though, I thank you for watching. This has been Silly Billy, and remember, this Final Four is a little silly. Out!